Welcome. This is not a program about motivation. It's a reminder. A reminder that every moment carries a decision. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You need clarity. You need courage. And most of all, you need presence. Because this moment is the only place change ever begins. Welcome to Your Moment Starts Now with Tony Zotti.
In a society that is so focused on the problem at hand, it often struggles to find a solution. The reality is simple. We focus so much on the problem that our emotions become captive and we completely lose direction, living with a problem that could be solved and eventually become non-existent. Stay here for a moment and see the solution to whatever problem you may be facing. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I'm truly grateful you're here with me. The message is, focus on the solution. Here's the reality we are living in. Our lives are filled daily with problems or circumstances that throw us into a loop of mixed emotions that weigh heavily on us. I know this too well. I have lived it, and honestly, I'm still living it. This will never completely leave us. It is part of life. I know it can be annoying and sometimes stressful, to the point where we want to stay in our room and not go out. We may even say, I'll call in sick today. I just want to stay in bed and hope this goes away. While this may comfort for you momentarily, tomorrow you'll find the same problem waiting for you. Listen carefully. This doesn't simply go away. It was meant to be conquered. Here is where it becomes interesting. When I say it was meant to be conquered, it doesn't mean some superhero will come and remove the burden for you. That problem will stay right there until you decide to confront it. You might say, well, wait a minute. I've never faced something like this before. I don't have the skills to handle it. This is beyond me. This is so serious that I'm losing sleep, even affecting my health. Okay, first, let's stay calm and examine this a little closer. Every time we enter this mode of thinking, we begin believing a lie. We make the problem bigger than it truly is. And we become willing to sacrifice our peace, our sleep, and even our health over it. What are we really doing? We are creating a huge imaginary line, and we become afraid to cross it. Because crossing that line means one thing. We must do something about the problem. So here's the bridge we must cross. Will we focus on the problem, or will we focus on the solution? That question has the power to transform our lives in ways we can barely imagine. Let me share a simple and somewhat silly story from when I was 7 years old. At that age, I had a huge problem with being in the dark. It felt suffocating and terrifying. One Saturday morning, I was having breakfast with my younger sister. My sister unknowingly challenged my fear. She began teasing me and chanting, "Tony is afraid to go to the basement. Tony is afraid of the dark." She repeated it again and again. Two outcomes were possible. Either I would run away, or I would go downstairs into the dark basement. I became so annoyed that I stood up and started walking down those stairs. To my surprise, with every step I took, the problem became smaller, until I reached the bottom, turned on the light, and realized something incredible. I had conquered my fear. When I returned upstairs, I had a smile from ear to ear, and my sister, in her own way, was proud of my victory. Now, understand something important. I'm not trying to diminish the real problems life throws at us. Some problems are serious. Some are heavy. But the fact remains, we are all equipped with the power to confront them. Let me ask you something. Do you remember a time when you faced a problem that seemed completely insurmountable? You panicked. You felt trapped. But somehow you found a solution and moved forward. Stay with me for a moment. Deep within every human being, there is something powerful, the strength to push forward. When we face a problem, we have a choice. retreat, or push forward. We must allow that internal force to guide us toward the solution. Bob Proctor reminds us of this truth. Refuse to let your present results influence your thinking. Keep reminding yourself that you have a power within you that is superior to any condition or circumstance you may encounter en route to your goal. When we think this way, that inner strength doesn't fade, it compounds, and that growth begins to set us free. In that freedom, our certainty becomes quiet, grounded, and strong. This is not simply intellectual understanding. This is about embodying the wisdom we have gained. Wisdom that allows us to see the solution and change our circumstances. Here are 3 priorities to find the solution. These are priorities I have used in my own life. With patience and daily practice, I eventually began to see the fruits of those efforts. Priority 1. Don't let panic lead you. Panic always tried to take control of my thinking. When panic leads, the mind enters turmoil. You feel lost, confused, and suddenly the solution disappears. Let me give you a real example. I work in the pharmaceutical industry. One day, I learned I was going to be audited for compliance by an accreditation organization. Panic immediately appeared. I began worrying that I might fail. But the reality was, I had already worked in this industry for more than 16 years. Compliance was something I practiced every day. Yet, the thought of that audit created fear. Panic is public enemy number 1. And when I saw it as an enemy, I had to become strategic. During that moment, a biblical truth came to my mind that gave me strength. In Romans chapter 8, verse 31, Paul says, "What then shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us?" Think about this for a moment. If God is for me, who can be against me? We have total protection. This truly brings peace to my heart. When those words took root in my heart, I was able to confront the problem and find a solution. The meeting went well. I was confident, and we successfully renewed our accreditation. Priority 2. Reflection. Reflection can change everything. Reflection allows you to slow down, stay calm, and see the solution more clearly. This was not natural for me at first. I had to learn how to practice it. Many nights I would go to bed with a problem that seemed impossible to solve. But before sleeping, I would reflect deeply on the situation and search for the answer. And many times, when I woke up the next morning, the solution became clear. Reflection became a way of life. King David expressed this beautifully in Psalm 16, verse 7. "I will praise the Lord who counsels me. Even at night, my heart instructs me." Reflection creates clarity. Priority 3. Remember. We must stop remembering our failures. Instead, we must remember our victories. Remember the times you solved problems. Those memories become fuel. They give us courage. They build confidence. Because problems will come again. This is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. So remember, be strong. You have done this before. Confidence will grow. You got this. Now here's the balance. Let's pause for a moment. I was afraid of the dark. The solution was not stored in my memory bank. I discovered it while walking down those basement stairs. And when I turned on the light, everything changed. That moment stayed with me, and today, I remember it. After hearing this message, stop, think, execute. Start today. Take one small step, make it count, and remember, everything begins the moment you say, "It's up to me." Next week, we reach the culmination of the season, a seed that becomes a tree. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. If something you heard today stayed with you, don't rush past it. Sit with it. Let it work in you. If this episode helped you in any way, I invite you to like and subscribe. Share it with someone that will benefit from this. And may we continue walking this path together. I'm Tony Zotti, and remember, no one else can live this moment for you, because your moment doesn't start tomorrow. Your moment starts now.